Yeah.
Like
Like,
that.
I want to believe that it's growing quick, but the area that you had shaved for me
Uh-huh.
is, although I've cut it twice, but I mean, it's got to be growing, but I don't know. I don't know. What up, guys? Your girl talk about it's Kina, and that is my lovely king over there, looking so handsome.
Iconic, isn't it ironic?
We gonna put him over here.
Ooh, I
He,
move quick.
you do move quick. We
That's
ain't
at
gonna
3 minutes.
we ain't gonna talk about them rabbit feet you got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Horse, them horse feet. All right, guys, let's start it out right. You see the banner below. Welcome to the channel. Be sure to subscribe. We are getting those views, but you guys are not subscribing. And you don't want to miss these videos we got coming because they lit. So be
And
sure to
we
subscribe.
and we ain't going nowhere. We putting these out for hell, even if our kids happen to stumble upon it, they'll understand our views and
One
whatever
of our kids actually follows us on Instagram. The oldest.
Oh,
She found us on Instagram.
wow.
Yeah.
Get up, fly, shoot, fly.
But you know what? Let's keep it real. When it my two, we have five together. You got to follow us from the beginning. You got to watch our rewinds, vlog rewinds, and you'll know that we have five lovely adult children as of yesterday. Technically, because you ain't adult in my book until you're 25. That's when your brain is finally developed. But we ain't gonna go there with the education. That might go over some of y'all head, literally. Um,
But legally, our youngest just turned 18 yesterday.
yes.
Happy birthday again, Naya.
Woo woo
Love
woo
you.
woo. So yes, we have five kids and a dog together. We are the Brady Bunch with the Adams Family twist.
Yep.
That's our thing. So
The
our
dog is
oldest,
a Chihuahua for some of you dog lovers. It's a Chihuahua with an attitude, a
oh,
bougie attitude.
he's a Leo, so he act like it. Do you know today I fed him chicken and he did his little happy dance, and I felt insulted because I'm like, he probably felt like it's about time I got some different meat. I've been giving him steak and hamburger meat for the last month. So
I wonder,
he
is that how swingers be? Ooh, I got different meat. No, I'm just kidding.
look,
It's a joke, you all.
look, let's get into it. Listen, you guys, look, like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, comment. Let us know what you think about these videos because today's video got. I'm laughing at the fact that both of us binge watched this show in one day. Like we both binge watched the show. It was hilarious. So if you haven't watched the show, we both binge watched the show, The Ethical Slut, and I've heard my husband told me about the book and he was like, "Go ahead, watch this. It's up your alley." And I'm like, "Okay." Like
Well,
we have
that's because I've been okay. So here, here is the truth. Because when you see this, you'll understand hot with a side of D. Um, so I heard about the book. I was looking for the book, for the audio book. Like, sometimes you can find audio books uh on YouTube. And because I drive a lot, that's that works for me. I can listen and do my job at the same time, you know, multitasking, since my wife don't think I can do that, but multitasking, listening, understanding, and rolling, whipping it, bending corners. Um so I've been trying to find a book, audio book. I find little things here and there, and I'm like, well, maybe I'm not going deep enough, and then I'll try to go deep enough and try to find it and whatever have you, all because I didn't want to pay $21 for the audiobook from Apple. Cheap as hell when it comes to a book. That
No, you
all
cheap
I'm
as
gonna
hell in
need.
general. It ain't got nothing to do with a book. You're cheap as hell in general. And and listen, I say that with love. You're just smart with your money. You're not cheap because this is a man that will go to Subway every day over what when I met him, he could save his ass off. He was going to Subway. He was single, so and he can cook. He was tripping, but he was going to Subway faithfully for them $5 sandwiches.
Yeah, $5 sub, eat quick, right there.
So you're not cheap because then some female will be like, "Oh my god, I don't he cheap." It
But
ain't
I'm not.
about that.
But I don't even know if I'm frugal because frugal is like, yo, I'll uh I'll go
I
and
think you are.
would that be frugal? Because I always looked at frugal as go to the restaurant, grab all their ketchup packets, and then go home and just sit there and squeeze each individual one back into the bottle. Like
I mean,
that's
I don't think that's frugal. Frugal is like looking for the best price or
you know what?
using coupons
Savvy
when you
shopper.
can. Yeah, savvy. Absolutely. You are savvy as hell. I'm not
Savvy.
mad at it because people be sleep on some of the stuff. They be like, "Oh, that's cheap." No, it's not. I got some cute ass outfits that probably cost like $5, $7. I'm just
Oh
saying.
yeah, I got a Sheen account that's right now. I think there's like 76 things on there for my wife.
I listen.
I like her
I put
looking
him on
good.
pause. Yeah, he does. That's a whole nother show. Let's stay on topic. So
It's
this show
67 on AliExpress.
okay, come on. Hey, focus. So look, we got excited. I got excited because we was about to talk about this show because we both binge watched this show. He sent it to me. He's like, "This is up your alley," and I'm like, I don't know," because he sent me a couple books and I couldn't get into the books because the I do editing. I edit, so I know that the voices are not real. I know they're computerized. I've literally bought or used the free um the trial periods of some of the free, so I just couldn't get into it. Um so when I was listening to the audiobooks, I'm like, I can't get into this. Good books nonetheless, but I just couldn't get into it. The voice was throwing me. So he sent me this and he's like, I think this is up your alley, blah, blah, blah. I started watching and instantly was like, okay, let's see where this goes. I'm curious on these storylines and seeing where they go. So it there's 4 seasons. He sent it to me this morning.
I started watching it this morning too.
We binge watched in one day. It's binge watchable in one day because there's short videos no more than 6 minutes long, and it's about couples who are just getting into the polygamy polyamory lifestyle. And the one
And the
couple,
ups and downs and
yeah,
doing all that.
so the one married couple, the wife didn't want to put a label on it, in my opinion. She didn't want to label herself as lesbian or bisexual, which would probably be me because I don't like labels. And not in a relationship type way, but like they'll be like, "Oh, you're vegan or you're vegetarian." I'd be like, "Look, I just don't like eating meat. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not gonna put no label on it." So
Yeah, she
over
don't even like being called stuck up, and it's like she not stuck up. She just ain't feeling you, dog.
yeah. So I don't like labels because I feel like labels boxes you into something that could be so much more than what you're being labeled as.
Ooh,
So
when you talk about the labels and putting them in a box and all that stuff, um, not trying to offend nobody, but when you think about religion and you put God in a box of he, and you humanize God as a him and doing this and that or whatever, you are literally putting him in a box, because I'm saying that because that's, hell, we all grew up saying it like that. So you put him in a box, and the God that created us is not the God of the Bible, but the God who created us is way so much more. So, and it's not a him or a she, it's both aspects working together. Case in point, me as a man, I have both aspects in me, male and feminine. My wife has male and feminine. If you don't understand that, go look it up, come back to us. But this ain't the video for it, so if you need more information on that, do like I did, go research it. But go ahead, baby. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm sorry. I was just messing with the
Oh,
settings.
I know I'm good.
Y- uh, mm, that's a different. That's some different. Um, got me knocking stuff over. So, so anyways, so I got into this. I just finished or season 4, and I don't know when my husband finished it, but I'm like, here
I
I go,
finished it
Yana.
when I finished it when I had text you the end.
Okay, so you finished before me.
Yeah,
Well, you started before me.
yeah. I mean, I always finish before you.
So selfish. Um, so we watched The Ethical Slut, and like I said, he's told me about it briefly, that it was a book, and I think over time, because he fills me with so much knowledge, it's just one of those things that get pushed off in the back burner and I completely forget about it because there's so much knowledge. There's so much knowledge. But anyways, so this we're going to talk about what we thought about, what we got from I picked up 2 things that I wrote down and I
Okay,
texted one of them.
before you go into that, all right. So if you're gonna look at it, because we saw it, we watched it from YouTube. So if you put in the the ethical slut, and then I guess web series or whatever, it should bring you straight to it. But just the ethical slut and then web series.
Yes. So the show it kept my interest. Now I like suspenseful stuff, so I was like, okay, these storylines are going all over the place. Where is this gonna go? So what was where y'all are finna watch us have a live conversation about what we thought about this TV show and what I find to be for me, getting our feet
AKA
wet
web series getting wet.
getting our feet wet into the
Oh,
poly lifestyle and learning the different terms and what this is and what this isn't, and there's all this stuff, and trying to figure out my role as a mono or a solo, um just seeing the different things that, I'm like, okay, this show got me. So I'm gonna say off bat, I was surprised by, and look, if you haven't watched the show, you might want to go watch it before you listen to us talk, because we gonna spoil every season if you don't watch it first. I mean, you could listen to us and then go back and watch it for yourself. You could do
no,
that.
no. I recommend go look at it for yourself, then come back to this. So go ahead, pause us and go watch it. All right, let's we're gonna
But
give
we
y'all some
finna,
time.
yeah,
About
we
to
gonna
hit.
give you time. Pause
Yep.
it. Go, put us on the save for later or watch later and come back,
So
because I I want to talk about how I felt like what how I see
Hold on,
us.
babe. Let's give them time. We're gonna pause ourselves. We're gonna go. Okay, we good.
You need help. You still need
You
some help.
did it. You did it with me.
It's okay. I'm weird with you. It's fine.
All right, let's go.
Um, so off bat, I was shocked at the one wife's husband was gay. They hadn't had sex in 5 years, which in the beginning I didn't see anything wrong with that because I'm like, well, that's most some people's normal marriage. They have a sexless marriage. So I was like, I didn't think anything of it. But she still had needs, so she wasn't communicating her needs with her husband. So she went and cheated instead of saying, "Hey, I'm not happy. Hey, I need this satisfied." You know? So she didn't communicate, so there's lack of communication. She just decided to go and cheat. So I was shocked though that it turned out that he was gay, but in the end, it it for them, it worked out at that moment. Now as the seasons went on, they separated, she got her own place, he must have got his own place, and they shared time with their kids. Um, I think it didn't work out after they all tried to do that dinner and then found out they had slept together and
Yeah, that's when it all
hit the fan.
yeah.
Like yeah. So I think that ruined it for her. And for her, she's like, I just want one straight man in this town. And everywhere she was going, she's finding out that her guy was sleeping with all these people. But like he said to her, you weren't honest with me in the beginning, and we weren't exclusive. So you know. But
Yeah.
what was the show for you? Because for me, I was just like
The show
blown.
for me, first of all, the show for me in a whole was really just showing um things that a normal couple would go through, whether it's monogamous or polyamory or polyamorous, and the ups and downs and the twists and turns. And yeah, it opens your eyes to understand communication is is worth more than money, than a title, than a job. So because if you think about it, that communication, when he started to communicate or whatever, he got the job, um, or a better job than the teaching at a
Yeah,
at a charter school.
yeah.
And this is another couple, or the main couple. Um,
Was it? Was it? It was the main couple.
yeah, I would say that is
Yeah,
the main couple.
yeah.
Which the main couple is the male is a teacher and the female is a family and marriage counselor.
Go ahead, talk real quick. I just gotta check on something with DJ, so I'm gonna turn the camera off.
All right. So with the with the um with the couple that I talked about, um in the beginning, like they was laying in bed and they just started talking about it, and she actually opened up to him saying about um how she was listening to one of her clients and she got turned on, she got drippy, and so they talked about it, and basically was like, okay, we gonna give it a whirl. um the dude was supposed to go out first, and he did. He went out first, and yeah, he got him some trim. Y'all might not understand that, but some trim is some kitty cat, some kitty cat is some poo nanny, some poo nanny is the taco meat in between the little with the yeah. No, just got him some P Valley. I wonder, is that where they get it from, P Valley? Because if the legs are like the thing, and then you open them up and it's a valley. I don't know. Yeah. Um. Anyway, I'm in a park with a lot of people pulling up for what is rain. They ain't gonna run or play basketball, but oh well. Um. But yeah, her being the psychiatrist in the show, in the web series, and how they went along doing it all or whatever, is good. Eye opener. Yeah, you will have to ask me questions on
So I'm
specific.
a, I'm a, I just gotta text Jazz and make sure she got GJ.
Okay.
Um,
So, what did you think about the yoga teacher?
to what?
The yoga teacher with his sexuality.
I wonder, am I talking through the mic? Sorry, I'm messing with stuff. Um, I don't. So I don't think there was anything wrong. Sorry. I told you I was texting Jazz. Look, this is what I'm gonna do for you.
I'm a
This
multitasker.
I am a multitasker. You just stare at my pretty little picture.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Well, for me, the yoga dude, um, I don't know. I would say he embodied that character because his character is bisexual, and a lot of the 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 characters in there, they wasn't really saying bisexual or anything like that. It was more along the lines of they love
being
who they
open.
love when they love who they love.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't. It was legit. Wasn't no labels. Like
Yeah.
he didn't say that he was gay. He didn't say that he was bi. It was just that, hey, I can get off with a man just like I could get off with a woman.
Yeah. So, and he also said that he is how he is with women because of the ways he's
Dealing
been
with
with
men.
men. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I found that interesting.
I did too.
Um,
I did too. Because what popped into my head was like, no teeth? Or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I guess the same way women say women eat 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 vagina better than men because they eat it to the point where how they would feel the satisfaction. So I'm guessing it would be the same thing where the guy would bang the dose like he would want to get banged. So that was my thought
something like that.
process on it.
Um, I so for me it was even with the so the only thing that I didn't like, and I mean, I guess it's
You there?
in general.
That was Andre. He calling. I'm like, can you hear
Don't
me?
nobody, yeah, I can hear you.
All
Don't
right.
nobody never want to call until it's the wrong time to call.
Yeah.
Um, but for me, the only thing that I was like, yeah, this is common, is the fact that the lady was like, you guys can't hang out with them and don't talk to them. And, she was the one that probably had the whole newspaper article done
Yeah.
up about her and the whole child protection and, just
Did
that
you
closed
see?
mindedness.
Did you see how she tried to get the pastor, the preacher,
Yeah.
to start a negative thing, and
Yeah.
he let it be known, like, look here, like,
So
that was
let's just
Andre again. My bad.
oh, I was
So
gonna say let's point out that it ain't me popping in and out today.
yeah, so he even let it be known, like, after a second chance on life, who is he to judge?
Yeah,
And when you think about that, a lot of people in the church, they judge first until it's time for them to get mercy or be shown mercy or whatever like that.
yeah,
It's like, dude, the thing is, if you allow people to be themselves how they are, hell, it's just like racism. White folks don't know what black folks go through, but if they just sat down and talked to them and understood, it would be so much better.
yeah. Even when Tony said, I get pulled over more times than I can count for no reason at all.
Right.
And she's like, "Where have I been?" And she's like, "It's called white privilege." Like, so the judgment, like, I feel like the show covered a lot when it comes to even just experimenting the jealousy part where she was like, "I'm just being jealous right now. Like, I'm
Yeah.
being jealous." And then he made a comment that he was being jealous, but it was for the good. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think it was interesting. I kind of like that like, I don't know if, I guess we've kind of talked about it of being open, like you having someone, but then you're busy with someone, so I would find, someone to not validate my time, but just spend time with.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting, but then in the beginning I kind of laughed because he's like, "You want me to go first, so if things go bad, you can blame me." And she's like, "Well, someone's got to go first." But I don't think that was her reasons for it, but I thought it was
But they
funny.
both but they both knew and understood that men don't get it like women can get it. Women can, you seen how the realtor was getting, pulling guy after guy after guy. Guys can't do that unless they, like,
E-
fucking Brad Pitt status.
Maybe, but I also think if you flatten, and I've seen it, I ain't pointing no fingers and no elbows, but I know a few people that when it comes to a guy flashing money or a lavish lifestyle, they going.
Yeah,
They're
but
going, and it
that's
turns out
material.
horrible.
That's
It
material. All
it has not turned out good. When you get with someone for money, it does not turn out good.
but
And
no,
that is
we talking about straight banging, bumping uglies, hide the sausage in the cave.
okay, stop. I'm just saying, listen, at the end of the day, like that's one thing that I think shocked when my mom lived over north and they lived across the street from her. That's one thing that shocked them. Are you pointing at someone?
No, I'm just maneuvering the, because Andre tried to call twice, and he was over here at the house yesterday, so I don't know if he see me at the park or whatever have you. I don't know.
Oh, do you want to?
No, but I'm just making sure don't nobody creep up behind me.
Oh, um,
It's the Chicago in me.
I suppose. So the guys that lived across the street from my mom,
Mm-hmm.
they had all that money. Like I seen a table full of money and it didn't move me.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing ever moved me and they were shocked by that, and that's why I had the access that I did over there. I could come and go as I please because I didn't care about them. I didn't care about the money. I didn't care about any of that. And they're like, "For real?" Any other female, they can go in with a small wad of 20s, or not 20s, ones, and females is like, oh my God. Yeah, no. So if you show money, you pulling females all day long if you look like you got money. Because the thing is that I know people that will look like they have money and they'll have enough money to make it look like they're living that lifestyle. And at the end of the day, the females will find out, oh, they ain't got no money.
I
Hell,
wonder, I wonder if I could have pulled them chicks when you had went into Culver's and we was in the rental car.
yeah,
And
you could have. Yeah, yeah.
not
Look,
then.
I ain't gonna say no names, but a certain sperm donor was living off my paycheck, made it look like he had some money because he had some nice shoes and some jerseys that made it look like he had some money in a clean vehicle. Got with his current baby mama. She found out he had no money and he turned into the babysitter while she went out and did her thing. I ain't saying no names or nothing, but so yes, guys, you guys can get females off of this right here. You go like this, show some hundreds. You could have this in your pocket. It ain't even real. You could have this in your pocket in a money clip. You gonna have females all day long. All day long.
I might have to do that. Just floss.
I mean, I got a couple hundreds for you. How much you need? What you need, baby?
Hmm. Make it rain. This time I'm a twerk on you.
Um, People probably like she got fake money. Listen, this is motivation.
Oh, and
Myself.
and did you hear how the daughter came to the dad and asked, "How would you know if you
Yes,
like
yes,
girls and boys or
yes,
whatever?"
yes.
I I feel like he could have did better with having,
Explain.
yeah,
What do you mean?
explaining like basically like who do you feel drawn more towards? Is it the guys? Is it the girls? You know, or ask her questions like, well, yeah, that is asking her questions, but finding out like what when you see a female, do you get aroused? When you see a dude, do you get aroused?
I don't think it's that.
What was it? Go
I
ahead.
so so I'm gonna say this. I think number one, curiosity killed the cat.
Hmm.
Literally. So so I think because she is getting presented, she got presented with it without them sitting her down and talking to her about it. So people in school came at her sideways, and then about it, she found out about the article from school, and then she found the book, and then she was talking to that boy about the book, and they started reading it, and then they went out, or he started reading it, and then they went out and smoked, and he's like, I think that was the same one that was like, I know your dad.
But even before then, even when she was dating that dude, I think his name was David in the thing in the
Yeah,
series,
yeah.
and they broke up or whatever, and the mom heard about it through the grapevine. I feel like they should have started then, possibly even before then. Like, look here, baby, you're a female. You're up in age. You got titties. You're probably your hormones are probably raging or whatever. Please understand that men, sometimes guys don't care about that. They play the short long game, so to speak, make you think they're gonna be there for the long term, but they short term and just want to hit it and quit it because that's what he did. And I think
So
that relationship kind of drove her, you know, when the whole thing in the school set off with her, with them calling her names. I think that motivated her to like,
Go the other way.
or at least curiosity. But like,
So I'm gonna ask you, since you feel like that's how it should have went, would, because like I said, our oldest is following us on our Instagram channel so she can see what we're posting, and we already know that, she considers herself bisexual. So would you have had that conversation with the girls, both of them? Because we've had situations with the oldest where we didn't have that conversation.
well, baby, back then, I've had those conversations with her. Sh and I've had those conversations with both of them, but her first because she was the oldest. And recently, this year or last year, even with Naya, that I've had them same conversations. So yes, I've had them conversations because remember she was like, I'm gay," and then I had came to her. I was like, okay, I'm gonna just be blunt because I don't know how to sugarcoat it or whatever. So I'm gonna just ask you, like, when you see your favorite singer, when you see your favorite male singer or celebrity, do you get do you get aroused? What's that? And that blew me right there. What's that? Aroused? Like you don't know what aroused? Do you get
But
wet?
I disagree. I don't think it's a sexual feeling off top. It could be as simple as, "Oh my god, she's pretty." Like the girl said in the movie or the clip, whatever you want to call it, the series, she was like, "Have you ever thought about it?" Like
Right. That's what I'm
wasn't
saying.
sexual. It was just like, "Have you thought about kissing a girl?" It
That's what I'm
wasn't
saying.
it wasn't about, like you're saying, aroused, like down there, where I think it's curiosity. I'm
First
not
of all,
saying it's
baby,
sexual.
baby, I'm not done with the story
Okay.
because that also was brought up. She thought females was cute, but she didn't have the reaction to females that she had with guys.
Yes, so that's what we're saying the same thing. We're on the same page.
All right, well, it sounded like you was telling me something that I'm not saying. Like it's not that, it's not that. So
Because you instantly are saying aroused, where it's just because
because I'm
for
telling you about the story that I'm telling you
okay,
about what I talked to our daughter about. That's why.
right, but you said it initially too, before we were talking about our daughters. You said arousal. I'm not saying it. I'm saying it doesn't have to be. That's not the first thing that is like, "Oh my god, I want to be with a woman sexually." It's, "Oh, she's pretty, she's cute," or, "I want to hang around her, I want to be around her." You know what I'm saying?
Okay, is this what you're telling me right now? Is that the same mindset you had back then when we was living in Blaine and stuff like that? Because the same mindset that I got now, the mindset that I got now is not the mindset that I had back then when I was talking to our girls about this stuff. I've gained knowledge from then,
I understand that. Okay, so let's
so
just
I had to get it how I got it.
I understand that. So we're clearly not on the same page. All I'm saying is to have that conversation, even when the guy when she asked her dad, like, "How do you know?" And his response was, "You'll just feel it. You'll just know." I
Hmm.
think is what he said. It wasn't about sexual. It's just, I have chemistry with this person. I feel connected to this person. It doesn't have to be sexual, is what I'm saying.
Right, I get that now.
Okay, so that's all I'm saying is that's not what you said even prior when we started. We could push rewind. You said arousal. Arousal does not have to be the initial to it, is all I'm saying. You want to pull out knives? I got more over here than you do.
I,
So
I was using it to scratch my legs because
Yeah, okay.
all these flies and mosquitoes came out after this rain.
Um, but anyway, so the show even it makes you think. So if I let's in my opinion, if you are and I'm not gonna put anyone out there in their personal business, but I know of a situation where someone's if you're if you're around, let's say, a lesbian couple, or you're around if you hang around a bunch of lesbians or a bunch of people that are bisexual and you're the only straight person, it's gonna make you question, is that for you? Is that something you're interested in? So I feel like the daughter being subjected to that and being around that made her question, like, am I interested in girls? Do I like girls? Because, her being a young age, she was with this boy forever. They had sex and then he broke up with her because it's probably all he wanted because he's a teenage boy.
It was because that's when all the slut rumors came around.
Yeah. So my thing is then she got subjected to her parents being poly and her mom being in the newspaper and then, hearing all that stuff. So at that point, and then she found out, hey, the babysitter is actually dad's girlfriend. And, and then she's like, oh, and you're with Tony too. And then the mom was like, actually, no, Tony's my girlfriend. So now she has all this being thrown at her. And she's like, wait a minute. Do I like girls too? Like, is you know,
Because and that again, communication. If you see your kids are of age or even hell, you're subjecting them to them, even if they're friends, even if you're introducing them to them as friends or whatever. Like, you mean to tell me your friends can spend a night, but my friends can't? Like, you gotta start talking with your kids and allowing your kids to express themselves freely, yet within boundaries until they get out your house. I'm 100% for them boundaries
oh
when it
yeah.
comes to kids. Like, have them express themselves emotionally, physically, or whatever in boundary confines. Be like, look here, this is what I will allow from you while you living in my house.
Yeah. Um, so initial like how do you think the situation was with the main couple and the fact that, they worked it out where, she had her girlfriend that it seemed like and they never showed her with the girlfriend, like, you know, f-
Right, but that's that too. What you was just saying, it's not all about sex, and that's what she was saying too about her girlfriend, that they wasn't it wasn't all about sex.
yeah.
So I think, I don't know, it didn't show that they they was intimate. Maybe it was just
She
communi-
insinuated it after the child protection people
yeah.
came and she came over and she spent the night and she's like, "Let me cook. I'll go cook breakfast." And then she went in the kitchen with her and was like, "Well, I was hoping you wanted something a little stronger than coffee."
Well, I thought that was liquor, alcohol.
Because the
Yeah, I
way
know
how
she grabbed her or whatever, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I felt the chemistry between them two characters, as in Tony was just, if it was sexual in any type of way, she was eating and she was just receiving.
potentially, I mean, she had a breakthrough in the hotel with seeing herself with another woman. Like,
Yeah,
if it were me,
exactly.
I've never thought about being with another woman physically. Like, I mean, you already know this.
That's
You
good.
already
Now
know this.
Rocco know.
What?
I said that's good. Now Rocco know. Wasn't that him in the background?
No,
Oh,
that was my phone.
oh, I thought he squeaked or something.
Oh, you might hear DJ.
God damn, like
Well, we gotta end it soon, anyways. We're at 45 minutes.
yeah.
Um, but
But go check out the Ethical Slut web series on YouTube and binge watch it. If
binge watch it, especially if you're like us, where we're still trying to figure out.
we're to be honest with you, we're what the these motherfuckers biting. Um, I think the only thing that we have to experience is like the emotions behind it. You know what I'm saying? But I also,
What, experiencing jealousy, or
yeah.
my baby is getting bit up by the mosquitoes.
And the thing is, there's garbage. Like I smell a whole bunch of garbage. The wind is blowing crossways, and I smell nothing but garbage and
Mm.
ass and dog shit.
Okay, well, we're gonna end it. Um, so I forgot what I was gonna say. Um, the show was good. It again gave me a different view, outlook, entrance, snapshot of potentials. We don't have younger kids, so we don't have to deal with that situation. But just even the couples dealing with the jealousy and meeting each other and being around each other, and like, I think that part I kind of like, because it's like, in at the end of the day, that's all you want, is to everyone to coincide with each other, reside under the same roof, so to speak, and get along and be supportive. And the husband even told him, call Tony.
Yeah,
So I think that was
yeah,
um
because he understood that what he was trying to do, she wasn't feeling it. So look here, call somebody else to calm you down because obviously I'm not succeeding.
yeah. And
Something
I
else
think,
that because it was something else that she was needing at that time that he didn't have, and a lot of times that's the that's the reason for polyamorous.
yeah, and I think even it showed, like, when the wife was like, it's time for you to go, you got to go, because he values and cherishes your word on everything. And so I think even being able to have those conversations, like, I think she could have handled it a little different, maybe, but maybe that's just, I don't know. I feel like when she told her to leave, I think it could have been handled a little bit different, but she was just having a moment. She was in a moment of, you're really in love with this girl, and
Oh, you had switched. I didn't get that part where you said. I'm like, I was about to ask you, who told
no, I
who to
was,
leave?
yeah, yeah. So initially, I was talking about the fact he told her to call Tony, and then on the flip side, she had a jealous moment where, uh I forgot what the girl's name was.
Carrie.
Carrie. She was there, and she told her to leave. She's like, because he just cherishes and values everything you say, so you gotta go. She said, like, I'm having a moment. You gotta go. So I think even how she dealt with that could have been handled a little bit different.
Yeah, to and to even understand that, hey, she Carrie told me something that and wasn't we wasn't going through anything, but whatever she said fits what's going on right now. So
Yeah,
because I said Carrie said this, now you mad, you think I'm listening to Carrie more than you. No, because if you have something valuable to help me with Carrie, I'm gonna say, yeah, you Dot said da 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 da. You know,
yeah. Like I ain't gonna lie, like part of me, it was like made me want to be like, baby, okay, time for you to go on a date. Like it made me curious to kind of see how things would go.
Do you want to go? Because I can set it up. Because when I come down there, there's a couple that's in the group, and we could go on. We could just meet up for drinks, and it's not a date, but like
I
just
say
be
you go on a
around. Like
date. This ain't about us. This is not a us thing.
it is a
I,
us thing.
it's not a us thing. Um, I mean, that's some potential. I would ask them a million questions. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be that
Right.
person
And,
that's gonna
and
be like,
and they might be in the same boat we are, but the thing is, we will be around like-minded people.
now that I can, I don't mind being like, I don't judge nobody. I had a whole gay best friend, so yeah, keep playing with the knife. Put it down. So I've never been one to judge. I've had white friends, black friends. I've had friends of all races. I've had gay friends. I've had bisexual friends. I just found out I had a friend that was in a whole poly relationship. Well, I didn't just find out, but I've known, so I've definitely open to different lifestyles. So I'm fine with being friends and hanging out. Like the one tourist, we have the same birthday. Like before I got out the group, same birthday, we're gonna be in the same uh career industry. So
Yeah. And
um
speaking of that, I met a tourist in the group, or not met. Um,
I still ain't
yeah,
got no emails. I'm feeling some type of way.
I met her or seen her in the group or whatever, and sent her not inbox. I didn't even inbox her. No, it was all in plain view of everybody could see. But she was a tourist. She's from Ohio, so I asked her about her birthday or whatever, because I'm like, well, my wife, she got she's from Ohio and she's a tourist, so she's on the first and you're yours.
Mhm.
No, I just thought that was interesting to add.
Okay. Uh I thought I muted the background. You're not supposed to be able to hear.
But anyway, it's getting long. Please
It
go check
is.
it out.
Go watch it because it's very interesting. It had me questioning a couple things, and the two things that I took away from it that I can't find right now is when she said she never sleeps with anyone that she wouldn't sleep with again. And then she said, um, there's
And like I
something she
text you,
said right after that.
like I text you, she had to get to that point after so many experiences that she
Yeah.
had.
Cause I was like, I text my husband. I was like, well, if that was your thought process when you first started, being intimate with people or sexual, would you have not had sex with the people it with that mindset? Like
Like right
it-
now,
for
I I,
me,
I could say definitely the baby mom. Like
well, it's easy to say that now, and so for
right,
me, when I said that, I was like, yeah, there's a lot of people that I would have been like, yeah, no. But your response was you have to go through those things to know those things in order to be like, yeah, never again.
right.
So it's easy to say that now, but moving forward, because we're wiser, we have more knowledge, we have more understanding, it's easy to be like, okay, yeah, if I can't see myself with you for the long haul, or if we're not on the same page, we don't have the same mindset, I'm not wasting my time. I am not
Mm,
running up my mileage for some fling.
yeah, and same for me. Like yo, it's demisexual over here. We gonna get to know each other. and
Demisexual and sapiosexual.
and plus, like some females, what man wouldn't want this? Me, but I'm giving you pussy right here. You are? I can't tell because regardless if I sleep with you or not, I'm still getting pussy because five fingers spell pussy. Pussy.
You are so gonna get our views knocked.
Well, with that being said, please go
Anywho,
Ethical Slut.
um, yes, go watch it. Again, it will have you questioning how you see yourself in it, how you would respond to those situations, and how you would feel about certain situations. Like, you know, in the beginning, he was like, why are you looking at me like that? What's wrong? Are you feeling some type of way?" When he first slept with the girl, the bartender, Cassie, whatever, Cassie,
Carrie.
Carrie, when he first slept with her, he was feeling some type of way. He's like, hurry up and go sleep with someone so I won't feel so awkward. So I know it would definitely, for me, I'm already knowing it's me going to be interested, but I'm also, as a human, going to feel some type of way. But I'm not going to make him feel bad because I okayed him to do that. I'm going to naturally, anyone's going to feel some type of way. But how you respond to it on on the long haul and how you work through it is how they did it. I feel like I'm not worried about it. I'm like, let's just get it over with so we can move on with our lives. I've been saying that. So, but
But anyway, with this 5-part closing,
anywho, let's end it. We're at an hour. Go watch the show. I just wanted to have a live conversation with my husband on the show because it was quite interesting, and it was good. Like, if you look at the comments on season 4, episode 10, a lot of people were saying that they shared it in the poly groups they were in because it was that good. So
and
watch
it,
it.
and of course, like a lot of shows and books to go with it, pretty sure the book is more informative than the show. So if
Yeah,
you're a reader, I promote going and get the book.
yeah,
But if
because
you're a listener and a visual, maybe this series will help you.
yeah. With that being said, I am talking about a Tina. That is my lovely king, iconic. He's so ironic. No, nothing.
What did we say earlier? And I had something to say, but you was talking.
I don't
No,
know.
oh, when I said the savvy, I was a savvy shopper.
Hmm.
I was like, oh snap, I could be a rapper. I could say I'm a savvy shopper. When I get her alone, I get the panty dropper, and she's still calling me savvy. But when I hit the spot, nigga, I'm daddy. Okay, we out. Don't ground your love. Make it out of this world. We'll catch you on the next one.
All
Peace.
right.